Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and today we are going to be looking at something that's very interesting. So, obviously, what you're looking at on the screen right now, a lot of you guys are going to know this as one of the Dairy Longhorns. However, this mod actually is way deeper than most truck tweaks, as it were, because this effectively transforms this Dairy Longhorn into its real-life counterpart, the Oshkosh M1070 HET. Now, obviously, there was a whole load of things that was done to this thing, and I should go ahead and clear up right out of the way that this thing only has saddle high and saddle low as attachments. It is meant to be a heavy hauler, and that is it. Now, let's see. Gummide's, the original creator of this mod, actually worked with Ranger, who is the creator of the MTVR series trucks, back and forth in order to basically keep this truck in line with the color schemes that were featured on the MTVR, as well as a lot of other things. Like, he did custom tire types and a lot of other custom modifications to this truck to make it what it is. Now, without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the garage and see what this thing is all about. And actually, as you can see right off the bat, these are not the tires that would normally come on this truck. Now, the engine has been modified, the gearbox has been modified, the steering geometry has been modified, the suspension has been modified. Absolutely everything has been changed on this truck to, like I said, make it as close to a realistic representation of the real Oshkosh M1070 HET as the creator could get. So let's go ahead and dive into the customization. That was weird. The whole truck, look, it shakes about like as you transition from one screen to another. Now, engine 1 is actually the only engine, and that is the 500 horsepower Detroit diesel 12.06 liter diesel engine, which is wild. And we have one gearbox option, the Allison 4800 SP 7-speed automatic. We also have raised, and we have raised active. Now, like I said, there's a little bit of a weird clipping thing going on. I am not sure why it's doing that, but that would be a question for the creator himself. And I think actually, for the sake of the experience, I'm gonna go with the raised active. And then this is where it actually gets really interesting, is the custom tires. Now we have off-road and we have chained. We have 57-inch AR21, 57-inch Good Day, which we all know what that's supposed to be, 57-inch MM3, 57-inch soft AR21, soft Good Day, and soft MM3. Basically, the soft compound tires have slightly better grip and ride a little bit better and are less bouncy, but might not be the best choice for a long-distance haul where you're on roads most of the time. But if you're going to be out in the wilderness, the soft compound would definitely be the way to go. So I am actually going to go with... I'm probably going to go with these, actually. These look really good. And also, you have studded and chained variants of those tires as well, should you be in an icy or snowy environment. Now, winch-wise, we have the twin-motor 82-foot winch and the twin-motor 167-foot offline long winch, which is super cool. And then we also have twin front-facing snorkels as well as twin intake air filters. I'm going to go with the twin front-facing snorkels. And we have saddle high as well as saddle low. And the interesting thing about this truck too is it comes with a couple of modified trailer variants that are actually designed specifically to work with this truck, which is another really cool aspect of it. Now, we have one bumper option, which I'm not going to use because I don't really care for it. And then we also have some antenna options, which is really cool. So I have some long range antennas. I'm going to put one back there. We have twin horns, we have triple horns, and then we have trunk repair supplies, which are already installed. And then let's see, we have rotating raised beacons, flashing raised beacons, and then LED side lights, which we're gonna do, and a LED bar up top, which we're gonna do as well. The fact that we have the LED bar, by the way, on a big heavy duty truck like this, I think is really cool because you rarely ever see that. So you have a cap exhaust on the left, on the right, and then a big pipe on the left or big pipe on the right. I'm gonna do the cap exhaust on the left because I think it looks fairly realistic and not super over the top. Now, colors-wise, obviously, you're going to be seeing a lot of similarities to the MTVR here because we have the tan, we have the dark green, we have a slightly darker tan, we have a sort of yellow and gray, and then we have a sort of like an off-white / dark gray. So I'm actually going to go with the Desert Tan. And then as far as interior options go, we do have beans, and so this truck already goes right up there near the top in my book because we could throw beans in it. And then we also have a variety of different things that we can hang from the sun visor there. I'm going to do dice in this truck, and then let's do Freedom Bird, let's do Take My Winch, let's do No Road, No Problem, and that's gonna be it. I don't want to really like replace, not necessarily replace, but like double up on the same stickers. Now, if we go to the trailer store, and by the way, this thing looks so good. So good. And also, like I said, as you can see, the offset of the wheels has been tweaked a little bit as well, so your track width is going to be a little wider. Now, this 7-speed gearbox, I can already tell you right off the bat, it's actually really good in automatic mode. It doesn't feel lazy at all. It doesn't feel like it wants to, like, always send you back down to first gear, at least right off the bat. Now, this is the Oshkosh Spec heavy transport trailer, which, like I said before, has tweaked suspension and tires. And this is the Oshkosh Spec wide semi-trailer, which also has tweaked suspension and tires. So I'm going to go with the Oshkosh Spec heavy-duty trailer. And we're going to go and look at some cargo types real quick. And can I just say right off the bat, if you put this and Rangers MTVRs into a game of, like, into a campaign mode game on the Yukon, you would decimate. Like, literally, you would decimate the whole thing. It'd be so freaking cool. Oh, yeah, that's the airplane wing that moves like a fish. It's a little weird. Now, let's see. So we could do 2 units of special cargo. We could also load a truck on the back there, which I probably will do. Could also do drilling equipment. The drilling equipment is actually a really good one to do this with because it's quite heavy. So let's go ahead and set off now and see what this M1070 HET is actually properly about. And keep in mind, I don't have it in all-wheel drive yet. Like, it's just, I'm just chilling with, like, the back, you know, back 3 axles turned on. I'm not sending power to the front yet. Let's see what that horn sounds like. Is it just me, or has he increased the horn volume over the standard Dairy Longhorn? It feels like he's increased the horn volume. Let me know in the comments section below if you think he's increased the horn volume. Now, also, real quick, as a part of this test, I am going to make it nighttime, because I really want to see these lights at work. And then, obviously, like I said before, I will change it back to daytime, so we don't have to sit in the nighttime all the time. So, middle of the night. Oh, God. Okay. Whoa! That is sick. Look at the amount of light you have in front of you. That is wild. That is absolutely nuts. Like, look at the amount of light put off by the little side LED pods combined with the big light bar and the headlights. That's insane. That's absolutely wild. Okay, so now let's go ahead and bring it back to afternoon, and we are going to go ahead and take off. Now, I don't need all-wheel drive yet, so I don't know why I turned it on, but as you can see, the axle setup on this trailer will really help prevent you from getting high-centered a lot, and that in itself is probably one of the best characteristics of this entire package. Is it will help you not get high-centered, you know, everywhere you go, because as we all know, getting high-centered throughout the Yukon can be super frustrating, like extremely, extremely frustrating, and any truck that helps prevent me from getting high-centered everywhere I go is a welcome addition to my stable of vehicles. So let's go ahead and throw it back into automatic mode. It's already up in 6th gear. Presumably, it should shift up into 7th very, very soon. So we're going to go ahead and run it through a mud test with a fully loaded trailer, because that's how you're going to be using it. You're going to be using it loaded down in the mud, in the tricky terrain. So I'm going to leave that all-wheel drive off, and let's go ahead and dive in. It's holding 6th gear, but it won't for long. Okay, there we are back to 1st gear. Let's see how far it'll actually kick us up in the gears. 3rd, 4th. That's not bad. That's pretty dang good, actually. Holding 4th gear, running through the mud. I know it's the shallow mud, but keep in mind, we're fully loaded down with drilling equipment. I mean, it is truly a fully loaded truck, and it's performing very, very well. Like, impressively so, actually. Impressively so. Even Beans is impressed. All right, let's leave it in automatic mode as we plunge into the deeper mud. Wow! That is tremendous. It shifted up into third on its own in the deeper mud. Now, obviously, as we go to turn and drive up the hill out of the mud, it does shift itself back down to first, but that's, you know, pretty expectable for a truck like this. Will it hold second gear through this mud pit? Because that's gonna be the true test. Not only will it be the true test, but if it does, and it actually pulls itself out in second gear without automatically going back down to first, that is huge for it. And, oh, dude, it almost was all the way out. But again, keep in mind, fully loaded with drilling equipment. So nothing, well, not nothing, but very few trucks will hold a candle to the performance and capability of this thing right here. What a absolute freaking monster. What a genuine absolute freaking monster. Now, we're off to the dips obstacle, and I'm going to attempt to do the dips obstacle with a trailer, because that's how much I believe in this truck. That, like, I don't, oh God. The steering is a little quick. You definitely have to stay on top of the steering, but man, I believe in this truck so much that there's very little that I wouldn't throw it into. If it can do this with a fully loaded down trailer, I honestly don't think I would ever have to worry about it on the Yukon. I mean, so far it's impressing me, that's for dang sure. Holy smokes, dude. This is just, it's killing it. It's just walking through, look at this. It's just walking through this with a fully loaded down drilling equipment container. What? What? That, okay, that's mind-blowing. That is legitimately mind-blowing, and considering the fact that it did that with a fully loaded trailer, I'm doing the bridge jump with a fully loaded trailer as well. I don't even care. This thing, I'm launching this thing into space with a dang fully loaded trailer. M1070 HET's about to become space shuttle. Only thing is, it ain't going very far into space, that's for sure. So let's get you down to the bridge jump, and we'll give it a good send. God, I need to use this in campaign with a set of MTVRs pronto. Like, this is literally the ultimate truck fleet available in the campaign, well, that would be available in a modded campaign playthrough. And yes, I know the purists would get mad, but you know what? This truck is so good and so fun to use that I don't think I would even care that the purists got mad. Come on. You gonna hold third, or you gonna go down to second? Come on, come on. Oh, it went down to second for a little bit, and then kind of popped itself back up. All right, here we go. There's high, back to sixth. Laying in it. Oh my God. Seventh gear, boys. Here we go. Fully loaded trailer. Bridge jump! We made it to the barrels and didn't disconnect and barely damaged the truck. What a unit! What an absolute animal of a truck. What an actual absolute animal of a truck. Now, this truck is publicly available on mod.io if you guys would like to give it a shot yourselves. And I just realized I didn't even use the active suspension. I didn't even lift it up. So that's another thing. Like, and it went through the dips obstacle on the low mode of the suspension. So that's even more impressive that it has more height to give. But if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Hit that like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.